You ever meet someone who's been through hell, walked out stronger, and now walks a little different? Not arrogant, just aware. These are the chosen ones. They don't advertise it, they don't need to. You feel it when they walk in the room. But here's the thing, they carry weight most people will never understand. Pressure builds, betrayals stack, and when they snap, it's not chaos, it's judgment. This isn't just another motivational talk, it's a warning. If you're reading this, chances are you've crossed paths with a chosen one, or you are one. Either way, you're here for a reason. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a drop like this. And if this message found you right when you needed it, type 1111 in the comments for divine alignment and blessings. Now let's break down the 9 things that make a chosen one snap, and why you should never ever be around when they do. Let's get started. 1. Betrayal from someone close. A chosen one doesn't trust easily. Their loyalty is sacred, a deliberate offering, not given lightly. So when they finally let someone in, it's not just casual trust, it's soul-level belief. And when that trust is violated, it doesn't just hurt, it changes them. It's not a clean wound, it's a rupture in their perception of the world. The betrayal doesn't echo like anger, it detonates like a revelation. They thought they were safe with you, they showed you the blueprint of their inner world, and now you've used it against them. In that moment, something colder, sharper awakens. They stop extending warmth freely. They start watching every cheer with suspicion. Because the moment they realize not everyone clapping is a friend, that's the birth of their emotional armor. What rises in that aftermath is no longer naive, it's precise, calculated, unforgiving. 2. Being underestimated repeatedly. There's a calm that lives in chosen ones. They don't speak to impress, don't move to be seen. Their power simmers under the surface, quietly watching, listening, calculating. But the world, blind to depth, often mistakes silence for weakness. They get laughed at, dismissed, sidelined, because they don't broadcast their strength. And at first, they let it slide. They don't need validation, but when it keeps happening, when the mockery becomes routine, when they're labeled as less than simply because they refuse to shout, they begin to shift. Underestimation turns from annoyance to disrespect, and when that tipping point is reached, they stop hiding. The reveal isn't loud, it's catastrophic. The same people who laughed at their quiet are left stunned by the storm they never saw coming. By the time they realize who they were dealing with, it's already too late. Apologies won't rewind the awakening. 3. Injustice against the innocent. Chosen ones are not just protectors by nature, they are vessels of ancient rage. They feel the weight of the voiceless, the heartbreak of the overlooked, the fear of the defenseless. When they witness injustice, especially against those who cannot fight back, it doesn't just upset them, it ignites something primal. It's not sympathy, it's fury dressed in divine purpose. They don't watch suffering from a distance, they absorb it, and what they absorb, they alchemize into action. They're not interested in politics or popularity, they're driven by a soul contract to defend what's sacred. And when they see cruelty being rewarded, when predators walk freely, something inside them breaks free. They don't react emotionally, they unleash with precision. They become a reckoning. And once that sacred rage is awakened, no system, no abuser, no lie is safe. 4. Repeated setbacks after doing everything right. Chosen ones are no strangers to hardship, but what stings deepest is failure after doing everything right. They showed up, they worked hard, they played by the rules, they sacrificed, stayed honest, held their ground when it would have been easier to cut corners. And still the doors shut, still the recognition never comes, still the fruits of their labor are stolen or overlooked. It's a quiet kind of heartbreak, being punished for doing the right thing. But even that doesn't destroy them, it transforms them. After enough closed doors, they stop knocking. After enough rejection, they stop asking. They stop waiting for permission to rise. That's when the fire shifts. They begin moving differently, not with rage, but with ruthless clarity. They stop chasing fairness and start taking what's theirs with surgical precision. And when that switch flips, they don't return to who they were. They evolve into who they were always meant to become. 5. Fake love and hidden enemies. The Chosen One walks with a unique light, and light unfortunately attracts not just admiration but envy wrapped in affection. People orbit them not out of love but to feed. They smile, praise, even imitate, but their loyalty is counterfeit. Chosen Ones feel it. Even if they don't act on it immediately, their intuition starts to whisper. And once they truly see behind the mask, there's no confrontation. There's no dramatic fallout, just distance, detachment, disappearance. They don't beg for honesty or argue about loyalty. They vanish from your emotional economy. What's haunting is not their wrath, it's their absence. You no longer have access, not to their warmth, their support, their spirit. It's not a door that's closed, it's a realm you can no longer enter. You'll realize too late that their love was a sanctuary, and once lost, it can never be summoned again. 6. Being used for their energy. There's an aura around Chosen Ones, an unseen gravity that heals, uplifts, empowers. They walk into rooms and raise the frequency without trying. They listen deeply. They give without calculation. They pour light into others simply because it's who they are. But over time they notice a pattern. People come to receive, not to reciprocate. They show up when they're broken, but disappear when it's time to build. The Chosen One becomes a well everyone drinks from, but no one protects. And eventually they awaken. Slowly they retract. They stop responding to every cry, stop pouring endlessly into empty cups. Their withdrawal isn't spite, it's self-preservation. And when they go quiet, when their presence fades, it doesn't leave a void, it leaves an echo. An absence so loud it forces others to confront their own emptiness. That silence, that's not weakness, that's power being recharged, and when it returns, it will no longer be shared freely. 7. Disrespecting their calling. A Chosen One doesn't stumble into purpose, it's carved into them, forged through pain, revelation, and relentless inner work. Their path isn't a trend or a phase. It's a sacred mission, tethered to something larger than ego. So when someone mocks that path, belittles their dreams, or laughs at their vision, it doesn't just offend. It violates something spiritual. You're not mocking a career goal, you're mocking a divine assignment. That's not just rude, it's a cosmic misstep. At first, they might respond with silence. They'll give you space to figure out your own ignorance. But if the disrespect continues, something ancient awakens. They don't argue, they don't seek validation, they show you. Through excellence, through ascension, through the kind of breakthrough that makes your laughter look absurd in hindsight. When they activate in defense of their calling, the universe moves with them, and you're left standing there, realizing too late that you weren't mocking a dream, you were taunting destiny. 8. Messing with their peace. Peace didn't come cheap to a Chosen One. They've battled inner demons, outgrown toxic patterns, and cut ties with chaos masquerading as companionship. Every ounce of calm in their life was earned, often through fire. So when someone tries to reintroduce drama, provoke conflict, or disturb their sanctuary with petty games, it's not just annoying, it's dangerous. They might smile at first, give you a polite warning, but don't mistake their stillness for softness. Their peace is protected by inner warriors, and when they rise to defend it, it's not loud or messy, it's surgical. They remove the chaos at the root. No arguing, no second chances, just silence, distance, and boundaries so firm they echo. You'll feel it not as punishment, but as absence, the kind that makes you realize you were never ready for the harmony they brought. A Chosen One guarding their peace isn't passive, they're precise. And once you violate that sanctuary, you never get another key. 9. Seeing too much fake around them. Chosen Ones are energetic lie detectors. They don't need evidence or proof. Their spirit just knows. They see past curated smiles, feel the dissonance in sugar-coated words, and hear the hollowness in performative praise. For a while, they tolerate it. They let people wear their masks. But when the fakeness becomes the norm, when realness becomes rare, they reach a silent tipping point. The disillusionment doesn't make them bitter, it makes them invisible. They stop explaining, stop showing up, stop investing. They detach, not out of spite, but survival. And in that withdrawal, the illusion starts to collapse. The ones who fed off their authenticity are left scrambling, confused by the silence. Because when the real walks away, the fake has nothing left to imitate. And the chosen one, they move deeper into truth, into solitude, into realms where only the genuine can follow. Their energy doesn't chase, it attracts. And once it stops attracting you, it means you never carried truth to begin with. A chosen one snapping isn't a tantrum, it's a reckoning. These people were built to withstand storms, not become them. But push too far, and you'll see what happens when divine patience runs out. Respect them, learn from them, or at the very least, don't provoke them. This is the Alchemy of Awareness channel. If this resonated deep, don't scroll past. Type 1111 in the comments and drop A for the chosen ones out there doing battle with darkness and still choosing light. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is your spiritual armor in digital form. Thank you for watching.